It feels great. You read the title correctly. How it feels to have a life without a girlfriend. It feels great. Hold on. I thought I was gonna sneeze. It feels great. You know why? Let's talk about the time. The time you save for anything else, right? You don't have to talk. You don't have to, let's say, argue. You don't have to keep apologizing for 10 hours every single week. You don't have to, you know, take the lead and consider how and when to hang out, right? You can say you can have so much time to invest in anything else or in yourself and do things you always wanted to do, and it's great. Now let's talk about the money. You don't gotta spend. Anything you do is for you or someone else, but it doesn't have to be her. You save time and money. How is that not enough for a great life? You don't you don't need her. You don't. There's a lot of things you can do with that extra time and that extra money that would instead be going on her, but it's not because there is no her. And look, this is not me saying that getting into a relationship is bad, that it's a bad financial decision, that it's a waste of time. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is there's too many men nowadays that all they obsess over is relationships, and they never get through with it well. They might end up finding her and then they break up eventually because they have nothing on themselves. They have no money and no time, and boom, she leaves. Now you really got no one, and guess what? Your mind is still in that relationship mind, and you want one again. But if you get that away from yourself, if you can get your mind out of that, hey, you might end up making a lot of money. And guess what? You still got a lot of time, and then eventually things will come together, and then you can think about something like a relationship. Also, the reason why I said that the life is great is because I don't have as many people to think about. I don't have as many people to worry about. If I have problems that I've needed to fix for a long time, and if I get into a relationship, more thoughts are gonna have to be invested in that away from me. In a in a real relationship, sure, that's gonna have to happen, but I know that there's a lot of shit I must fix and I want to fix in my life, things to take care of before I ever get into a relationship. So why should I get into one and then slow my own process down once again? Why would I do that? Now I can actually do things. I feel free and there's no worries. Like, I can't really put this in any other kinds of words. It's as simple as that. Life feels great without a girlfriend. And trust me, I had one. I had, let's say, 1.75 of them. It's complicated. I'm not gonna tell you all about it now. It's like a few things that might as well have been considered a relationship, but kind of wasn't. That doesn't matter. The thing is, I do have some experience, and and most things that I can remember is like eventually I felt like I didn't have time for me. I wanted to do things alone. I wanted to do things with my other friends. I just didn't want that to be involved, and yet it felt like it had to be. But it doesn't. I got out of those, and I realized that I can do things however I want. I can involve whoever, whenever, with whatever. And it's all fine. It all worked out. It's working out now. I'm okay with my money situation. I'm great with my time situation to a certain extent. There is not a single thought that comes to me about maybe I should find one, maybe I should get into a relationship. No, not one. Not one has crossed my mind in months, many months. Maybe late last year a little bit. That's it. I have nothing. You have to focus on things that actually matter. You have to focus on things that you actually want to focus on and that you keep delaying. Otherwise, even if you try to focus on a relationship and let's say you find it, and let's say somehow you stay together for 5 years, promise you, for most of you, it ain't gonna be the nicest 5 years. It's gonna be a lot of arguments that could have been avoided if you instead for a while took the time into yourself to understand yourself and understand things better, and to understand situations better. There's gonna be a lot of situations that wouldn't be as complicated if you, I guess, improve yourself enough to actually handle them. And guess what? By the end of those 5 years, you might be questioning yourself like, is this really working out? Does she even give a fuck about me anymore? Has the last year been anything close as good as our first 4 months? Those things will happen. Kill your fucking ego right now and just think about it, that you're gonna have those big problems. I'm not saying that this applies to all of you and to all of us, but it's just like every time I meet somebody new, I see some guys that I remember, and like year after year, it's the same things. Some guys get into relationships and some work longer than others, but then fuck all happens. A guy goes to the gym, gets into a relationship, and you don't even see him anymore. Like, even worse things than that happen. You don't want that to be one of you. And you might think to yourself, well, it's different, I'm different, right? Sure, you are. But then things happen and you don't even realize. And then you start to make up excuses on why that's actually fine and why that's actually okay. That whatever happened, happened. All of that could be simply avoided. Life can be great without a relationship. I'm not telling you, again, I'm not telling you to never get into one. I'm not telling you to leave yours right now. I'm just saying, like, a relationship can be a lot, but it's not even close to being it all.